Okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. We have Amanda Walsh talking to us today about Teamzy. So, Amanda, get started whenever you're ready.
All right. So Teamzy, for those that don't know what it is, was actually created by a coach, and it's basically a way to keep track of all your contacts with prospects, contacts with customers, contacts with your coaches, your invites, and your ads to your network. So it's basically your power hour, but all in one place. So I had struggled. I've been a coach for 2.5 years, and I had struggled finding a system that worked for me. I'm a director of technology for a school district, so something technology-wise was always something that I was searching for, but couldn't really figure out a system that worked for me that I created myself. I was actually at the Star Diamond dinner at Super Saturday, and Allison Thornton was like, I'm using Teamzy. And I was like, what's Teamzy? And she always knows about the newest thing. So I jumped on it right away, did the 30-day trial. So you can do a 30-day trial, and then it is a paid subscription. I believe it's about $300 a year, or you can pay it monthly. I think it's $29.95. So I'm just going to jump in and share my screen and show it to you. What's nice about it is that they really, and I'll show you kind of how they set it up, and they have all these videos to show you how to get it all set up. So basically, let me just share my screen. Okay, so this is the setup wizard. I just went back into the settings just to show you the setup wizard, but it has you set an income goal, which from that income goal, it then tells you how many prospects you should be talking to every day, how many customers you should be talking to, and how many coaches you should be talking to based on that income goal. So there's a little video here. They have you create a powerful why. They even have a video on like why it's so important to create a powerful why, and so that you can connect with that every single day. And then it really shows you how to export and import your contacts. So it'll show you how to export your contacts from Facebook, and then how to import them into Teamzy, how to export them out of our back office, so all of your customer lists. It'll show you there's a video that shows you how to export that list and how to import it in here, and same thing with your coaches, so out of our back office, how to export that and import it in. So I'm just going to skip the wizard for now, but I just wanted to show you that that was there. And then this is what the main screen looks like. You can keep track of your rank over here, which is nice. Your dailies, so your social posts. So we should be posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day. So it's just kind of a checkbox. Did you do it? Did you do your personal development? Did you drink your Shakeology? Did you do your workout? So really those vital behaviors and just kind of checking them off for yourself is also in here. I have a kind of my own checklist that I keep separate, but it is in here as well. So we've started using the word prospects now. It's not my favorite word, but because it's the term that is used in Teamzy, a lot of my team is using Teamzy now. So your prospects are those who are most likely your social media friends, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, in person, whoever. It's those in your network that maybe have not joined you yet. So it gives you a list of who's up next. So when you first import your contacts, they suggest that you go through and rank everybody. So that's what this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is. I personally did not rank them. I'm ranking them kind of as I go. And basically what each of the numbers means is if they're a 5, that means it's somebody that you want to talk to like every couple weeks. If they're a 4, it's somebody you're talking to maybe once a month, maybe once every other month. If it's a 3, it's like every 3 months. If it's a 2, it's like every 4 months. If it's a 1, they're most likely not going to show up very often in your list here to check in with. So before, and I'm sure many of us have been there, I was one that would just scroll through Facebook. Okay, who am I going to talk to today? Who am I going to send a message to connect with? And so this has just taken all the guesswork out and just makes me do it. I don't care who it is that comes up on this list for the most part. There are times that I'm like, that's not somebody that I really want to talk to. I don't connect with men very much, so I usually change them to a 1, and unless it's somebody that I feel that I would connect with in a certain way. So, for example, Laura. So I would then take Laura, I would go over to Facebook. That thing always gets in the way. And I would find Laura. Oops, wrong Laura. And a few things that I do just to check to see what mutual friends do we have. And I noticed that we don't have any. I actually checked this before I got on the phone with you guys just to see who she was. And so I went back to our messages, and we had talked before, and we actually connected on Pinterest, but we haven't talked since September. So I would just send her like a quick like, hey Laura, how are ya? And usually I kind of scroll through and see what she's been up to. But I'm just going to go kind of random here. Haven't talked in a while and came across your blog post and wanted to say hi. So again, it's just, you know, those connections. I think we all know as Diamond or Star Diamond coaches how to make your connections with people. And then I would go to Teamzy, and actually I should do this, and I'm not as good because at doing this is copying the message and keeping it in Teamzy, because it really is easy to just go back and see all of your messages. So then I copy in the message. I say it was a Facebook message, but notice it has email, text, Instagram, phone call, personal note, in person. So how did you connect with that person? I can set a follow-up. So this is something that that my team and I have been talking about, is we're not so good at setting the follow-up yet and like getting in a good system of follow-ups without, again, going through my Facebook messages and, okay, who do I need to follow up with, right? We've all done that too. So maybe I want to follow up with her in a week, meaning that if I don't hear from her, then I'm going to go follow up with her. There's also, if I was to invite her in that message, I would just click invite, select the type. Did I invite her to a free group, a challenge group, or the business opportunity? So it keeps track of that. And then you say log connect. And then up here, it's keeping track of how many prospects I've connected with and how many I have left to connect with for that day. And it keeps track of the percentage. It's telling me I'm making good progress. And then I would go over, and again, I would then I like to just do all my prospects and then do all my customers and then do all my coaches. And the invites will kind of happen most of the time. They will happen within those messages. And if they don't, then I'll go find additional customers or prospects to invite. So then same thing with customers. Now, sometimes with my customers, I'm not friends with them on Facebook. I would say the majority of my contacts are on Facebook, but sometimes they aren't, such as, you know, maybe our free leads or whatever, and they would populate in here, and then I would just go over to email. But you can actually, and I don't even know where it is, you can actually set up your email and send an email through here. I'll be honest, I haven't done that yet. But that is a possibility. So you could actually go through an email from here. And then, so again, with a customer, so like if I went to find Megan, I might connect with her. I have a challenge group starting on Monday. So I might just see how she's doing and see if she wants to join. And again, I could copy that and keep track of it right here in Teamzy. And this one I did invite to a challenge group, log. And then same thing with coaches. And then follow-up. So now that Laura, because I set a follow-up, it's telling me what day I should follow up with her. So that is pretty much the basics of Teamzy. There's also a few things over here. If you go to promote, is it promote? Yeah. So they have some templates here for you. So templates on how to make a connection with somebody, how to invite. They're very basic, like checking in on a prospect. Hi, John, just checking in as I told you I would. I have a new group starting in 3 weeks, interested in more info. I mean, most of the ones that they've put in here are very basic, but there are also there's a community where you can share some templates as well, which is nice. So I found some good ideas from here. And then you can save your own templates in there. So obviously we kind of all have some scripts and such that we like to use over and over so that we're not reinventing the wheel every time. You can keep those templates in here so that you're not having them saved maybe in Google Drive or elsewhere. They're all right here in Teamzy. Also really quick to add a contact, really simple. So like my assistant will come in here and add my free leads for me. So she just logs in, she goes to add contact, she'll change them to customer, add their name, email address, phone number, whatever is applicable. And then every time I add somebody to Facebook, then I add them here. So there's no need to because I had downloaded like my spreadsheet from Facebook before and was kind of working from that list. But then I wasn't always good about adding the people to it. So then I'd feel like I'd have to download it again. And then same thing like with your customer list. Like my assistant will download that customer list all the time. Now all the customers are in here. One thing I wish we could do, which I guess we can still do that from our back office. So a couple things that I guess we are hoping that we can do maybe later in Teamzy is kind of that follow-up thing is just a little bit more help with that and see how we can make that better. There was something else that I can't think of now. But you can keep track of like notes that you've, just if you want to make a note about somebody that you're talking with. Oh, I know something. So sometimes you come across, like I'll come across a prospect. Of course, I don't have any right here. That is actually a coach. So when you come across somebody, which I think maybe this one is, I'm not sure. I'm just going to show you what to do. So if I come across Laurel and I realize, oh, she's already a customer or she's already a coach, you can click on their name here, the one with the little head. And then right here, you just change them to customer or coach. And then for coach, you can choose personally sponsored, downline, or just somebody on a fellow team member. So, oh, and then you can keep track of your sales. So if you do make a sale, somebody purchases something, then you can say, okay, was it a challenge pack, home direct, or other? You can keep track of the amount and your commission amount. And I think, that was pretty quick, but.
No, that was great, Amanda. Question. So every time, so you just messaged a couple people like Megan on Facebook. So every time she writes you back, do you go back into Teamzy and update that conversation?
Good question. I have not been, but I think that's why I haven't been copying and pasting it in because I've not been doing that every time. And maybe that's something that I should be doing because it is a connection if I continue that conversation. But most of the time it's a conversation. Sometimes it's a conversation that's just continuing. It might continue all night. I can't come back in and out of Teamzy. So I usually just I'll log the first connection and then continue the conversation from there.
Okay. But
maybe if it was a connection and then it turned into an invite, then I would come in and log that invite.
Come in and log it like that you actually did the invite that day. Okay.
Just to kind of keep track of that.
Okay. Perfect. Does anyone have any questions for Amanda? Questions, comments? Danielle, Dana? Not much. Okay. So I guess I'm just going to kind of pick your brain a little bit. So when you first open up Teamzy and you want to get started, is there a faster way where you can download all your contacts, or do you have to do it like individually one by one?
No, there's a faster way. So it'll literally, so if I go back in here, I'll show you, where did I go? Setup Wizard. So like that very first screen that I went to, you can actually go through it. So this is the very first screen you come to. This is just a video about Teamzy, but then if I say start, it then tells me what's your income goal. And then, okay, let's do it. And this tells you how many contacts you need. It tells you a little bit more about Teamzy. How many contacts. It'll get
like breaks it down.
Finding your why. It makes a little video shows you how to write your why. Makes you write your why. Asks you a few questions. And then here's where the videos, how to import a CSV file. So here's how to export. Here are videos on how to export from the Coach Online Office and how to export from Facebook. And then these are how to import your contacts from each of those. So it's nice that they walk you through that. And then here's where you just import that file. So when you export it, it's automatically in one of these file types. So then you just have to import that file.
Okay, that makes total sense. Thank you so much. Super easy.
Yeah, it is super easy. So like I said, sometimes I'm not gonna be able to get back. Like I'll have a prospect who's actually a customer. I wish it would know that this person is a customer. They have the same name. So, I mean, you just have to know your customers, but I think most of us do, hopefully.
So at the beginning, when you upload all those names, did they all just show up as just all prospects?
No, the customers will actually show up as customers.
Okay.
And the coaches will show up as coaches. But just like in Facebook, obviously your customers and coaches are over there. So then sometimes you might have double. I think it tries to sell them differently, but sometimes it's not the same name either, because people have different Facebook names and they might have that they use, that is the person in the shop too.
Great. No, that was great. Thank you so much, Amanda. We really appreciate it. Any questions or comments before we take off? Okay. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. I'm going to post on the message thread to post your 2-week goals, so please do that. And then next week we have Lori Werner talking to us about being a coach while working full-time. If you haven't signed up for a topic, please do. We do need someone still for June 29th and July 13th. But yeah, let me know if you need anything in the meantime. Go out, have fun this summer. It's June, go get some sun. But then also I really truly think that this is the month to kind of get that fire underneath you and, go nuts, because it's the month. It's 21 Day Fixes on sale. I know that it's going to be a big month, so let's just take full advantage of that. But with that said, have a great week, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thank you.
Sydney.